The 501st Legion is quite possibly the most well-known clone trooper unit of all time, thanks to its many appearances in Star Wars The Clone Wars and the original Star Wars Battlefront 2. Many fans know of the 501st as Vader's Fist, the legion of stormtroopers that newly christened Darth Vader used to exterminate the Jedi. But if Star Wars The Clone Wars had seen itself to a proper end, this might have turned out much differently, at least in part. Originally, The Clone Wars was going to have 8 seasons, and the final story arc of the 8th and last would see Ahsoka, Anakin, and Obi-Wan lead the 501st to Mandalore to besiege the planet and take out Darth Maul. Anakin and Obi-Wan, however, would be recalled to Coruscant to rescue Chancellor Palpatine, and the 501st would be placed under Ahsoka's command. How exactly this would play out is unknown, but part of the 501st would form a new unit called the 332nd, which would stay with Ahsoka while the rest of the Legion was recalled to Coruscant. The released designs for the 332nd depict clones with Ahsoka's facial markings painted onto their helmets, a fitting tribute to their leader. There would, of course, be a catch, and that catch is Order 66. But this is where it gets interesting. Apparently the 332nd would ultimately remain loyal to Ahsoka. To what extent is unknown. But this seems like it would have been a great opportunity to keep all of our favourite clones on the good side, essentially being early rebels in a long fight against the Empire. This would have significantly affected the 501st though, and the timeline of the canon as a whole. For those who aren't getting what I'm talking about, let me go into the behind the scenes history of the 501st. The original 501st Legion was a fan organisation that still exists today, which played a significant role in the Star Wars community. The 501st would remain just a fan group until the release of Revenge of the Sith, the accompanying source material for which stated the blue armored clones that stormed the Jedi Temple were called the 501st Legion. Battlefront 2 elaborated this and also gave them the nickname Vader's Fist, which the real 501st had used since the beginning. Essentially, a big part of the 501st's image is that they are Vader's Fist. They facilitated the rise of the Empire arguably more than any other unit in the galaxy. If some of its more well-known members were to side with the Jedi as the rest burned the temple itself, it would have presented an interesting split and significantly affect the unit's image. But unfortunately, we'll never know for sure. Parts of this story have been implemented into the Disney's newer canon via the novel Star Wars Ahsoka, which is a good read by the way. The novel, however, doesn't say too much, and on top of that only affects the canon timeline, in which the 501st has a different image anyway. Well, that's it for this video. Before you go, I have a question for all of you. If you were a trooper in the 501st and were given the chance, would you go back to Coruscant with your comrades, or would you join the 332nd? Post your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.